Good evening, this is Mike Padua once again, and we are back to our update on severe tropical storm Surigae for this Thursday evening, April 15, 2021, and this is brought to you by Typhoon 2000. Let's begin with our update. Here's the fast animation. As of now, this system is still moving very slowly over the western Micronesia, and it is now approaching the Philippine area of responsibility. It is about less than 100 kilometers to the east of the Philippine area of responsibility, and winds has increased to 95 kph, and it's likely to become a typhoon by tomorrow morning or afternoon. And it is also expected to accelerate towards the west-northwest, closer to the eastern sections of Bicol Region and eastern Visayas. But the possibility of making landfall remains 50 down to 30% probability, and we are going to observe this closely, especially until the storm is still having a threat to our country. By Saturday or Sunday, we might be having some clear picture where the storm will really pass, and let's hope and pray it will just remain over the open waters of the Philippine Sea. And it's quite medium sized right now, but it is expected to maintain its circulation as it moves towards the Philippine Sea. The trough will continue to affect Mindanao and portions of southern Visayas. Here in the Bicol region, we just experienced some rainfall between 11 a.m. to 1 or 2 p.m. with some showers later in the afternoon because of the northeasterly surface wind flow. But in the next couple of days, especially tomorrow and Saturday, there could be some a little bit clear. But when the outer circulation of this system approaches the Bicol region and eastern Visayas, we might be having some rain showers and also some thunderstorms generated by this system. So that's the satellite animation, the zoom in from windy.com. Now you can see the visible satellite imagery changing into infrared night vision mode as the sun sets. And if we switch towards the blue animation, and you can clearly see here that the system continues to grow in its circulation, and these are heavy to intense rainfall within the circulation of severe tropical storm Surigae. So it's now a severe tropical storm, meaning the winds is more than 95 kph, and the next classification will be category 1 typhoon with winds of 120 kph. And as we look at our latest storm watch track, this is the storm watch number 3 track, which we issued around 7 p.m. and this is based on the 5 p.m. position. Still no changes on the track. It will pass more or less 300 kilometers to the east of Bicol region on Sunday afternoon through Monday afternoon. So there is some slowdown of the forecast models, especially between Sunday to Tuesday, because of its because of the storm reaching the ridge axis, meaning it is expected to enter an area of very low steering flow, which drives the storm slowly before it will accelerate towards the northeast. So if we forecast it for up to 8 to 9 days, it will go that way. Okay, so the system will wait for the passing frontal system to really break into the ridge, so that the storm will continue to move towards the north. And based on this track, the Bicol region will continue to be spurred on this system, but again, the 3, 4, and 5 day forecast remains uncertain, and the probability of hitting the Bicol region ranges from 30 to 70%. Why 70%? Because the island of Catanduanes is slightly higher because it's much closer on the track, while Naga City is around 30 to 40% strike probability, meaning that the radius of the storm from 120 kilometers up to the eye may pass over Bicol, but again it's around 30 to 40%. Daet and Camarines Norte is 20 to 30%, and Caramuan is and the eastern sections of Albay and Sorsogon is around 40 to 50% strike probability. Here over Catanduanes is around 60 to 70%, while over Samar, the northeastern portions of northern and eastern Samar, or the eastern sections of northern Samar, is under 70% strike probability, since it's much closer to the track of Surigae. Okay, so again, we should monitor this, because a slight bend to the west, meaning if the track of the storm will bend here, we might be having some problems. But let's hope and pray the track will shift more to the right. Okay, that's why we have an area of uncertainty, where the Bicol region is still under the area of uncertainty for possible track towards the west. But so far, for the past 24 hours, the European model has slightly shifted about 50 kilometers more to the right, so that's good news. And let's hope and pray by tomorrow it will move farther to the east, so that the Bicol region and eastern Visayas might not be affected thoroughly by this system. Now, if this track pushes through, we might be having some on and off rainfall with some winds of 30 to a high of 60 or 50 kilometers per hour gustiness. So this blue area is winds of 75 to 100 kph, while the light red is around 100 to 130 kph, and the inner red is more than 130 kph. So these are the gustiness, okay, of the winds, the 3-second gustiness of the tropical cyclone. So by tomorrow morning, it will be named Bising once it moves past through the Philippine area of responsibility towards the Philippine Sea. So let's all pray for this system to recover in advance. Okay, so here's the tracks of all Asian agencies monitoring this system. We have here the Chinese and the Taiwan model, while the Korean model is somewhere in the middle with the Hong Kong Observatory track, and the violet thing is the Joint Typhoon Warning Center, as well as the Japan Meteorological Agency. So they are both the same when it comes to the tracking of that system. So here you go, the color-coded tracks and the legend of the tropical cyclone or the tropical storm. Pag-asa is still not included here, since the first bulletin will be issued likely tomorrow morning or afternoon. So watch out for the track of Pag-asa. So far, that's the latest from the Asian tracks. Let's take a look at our global models. So the European, this is the European. Okay, the European. And the American model is becoming closer. As you can see here, the 24 to 72 hours is somewhat matches to its track. So we still don't know if the forecast will separate farther or move closer. It's either way. So let's hope that this track of the European model will not go towards the Bicol region. But this is a good model track from the Canadian model, as well as the US Navy model. Now this is the United Kingdom model, similar to the European model, but it's began to separate after 4 days. Okay, so this is the 3-day forecast, the 4-day forecast, and the 5-day forecast. So it's still early to say if it will pass here or here, so we will keep you updated in the coming days. Now, before we leave you, here's the latest from the GovSat. Nothing changes still. Surigae is here, a trough affecting parts of Mindanao and southern Visayas, as well as the northeasterly southeast wind flow, bringing some good weather except for some passing rain showers and thunderstorms over Bicol and portions of southern Tagalog provinces. Okay, so that's the latest for this evening. We will be returning again tomorrow to give you more update on severe tropical storm Surigae, which will become Bising by tomorrow. From Typhoon 2000, this is Mike Padua reporting. Stay safe always, be #GoTheWiser, and thank you so much for watching our channel.